The Pullman police are asking the public for help with a murder investigation.
And a mobile home caught fire. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Hi, I'm Sedona Turner.
And I'm Landon Ruiz. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Elijah Navarre was in trial last week for a felony of rape. He was accused of raping a woman inside her Pullman home in May of 2022. Navarre was initially arrested by Pullman police in his hometown Bonnie Lake in western Washington in July of 2022. He was then quickly released on his own after being brought to Colfax. Attorneys have been arguing about this case almost all of last week. The trial is on deadlock as of Friday afternoon. The Whitman County Prosecutor's Office could retry the case in the future, but they have not decided if that will happen yet.
Pullman police need your help. PPD is asking everyone who has security camera footage of Military Hill between 3 and 9 p.m. Tuesday night to send it in and help with an ongoing murder investigation. According to Pullman Radio, detectives continue to build their case against 36-year-old Jacob Spray, who allegedly killed his wife, Jamie Ann Wilson, last Tuesday afternoon. Spray is currently in jail for second-degree murder while the investigation is underway. If you have footage you think may be helpful, contact the Pullman Police Department at 509-334-0802.
29-year-old Sean Kilblin was arrested on warrant in Kootenai County in northern Idaho 2 weeks ago. Kilblin was back in Moscow last week and made his first court appearance Monday, facing 5 counts of felony grand theft. A joint investigation from Moscow and Pullman police identified Neely and Kilblin. Neely was arrested in December and pleaded guilty in February to many counts, including felony and grand theft. Kilblin is scheduled to be back in court later this month.
Albion is cleaning up the damage from a mobile home fire that broke out early last night. According to Pullman Radio, around 6:30 p.m., Albion and Whitman County Fire District 12 volunteer firefighters were called to the blaze. No one was home at the time of the fire and no one was hurt by the incident. There is currently no word on what caused the fire.
Yesterday afternoon, Moscow Police Department officers attempted to stop a black sedan going 96 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour speed zone. When officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the sedan accelerated to a speed higher than 100 miles per hour. Officers pursued the vehicle southbound on Highway 95, but let the vehicle go after public safety concerns. The police are asking anyone that has knowledge of the vehicle or driver to contact the police department. An unidentified person led Moscow police on a car and foot chase early yesterday morning. Officers tried to pull over the driver of a stolen pickup out of Clarkston, where the driver led the police on a speed chase through residential areas in Moscow and then onto Euler Field near the Moscow Middle School, which then got stuck in the mud. The driver fled on foot and escaped. Again, Moscow police are requesting any information about the case. The Clothesline Project shirts were put in the library today. Our reporter Morgan White went out to Terrell Library to learn more.
The Clothesline Project is an annual event organized by the Violence Prevention Team in the Coalition of Women Students. The Clothesline Project started at WSU in the early 90s by women activists. Each shirt is made by a survivor or friend of survivor. The tabling and therapy dogs, including Kip right there, the poodle, will not be here unfortunately, but their stories will be here for the rest of this week.
WSU is still on the hunt to find an athletic director after Pat Chun announced he was leaving last week. Greg Woods with the Spokesman Review wrote out a list of potential hires to fill the position. This list includes Brian Blair, current AD for Toledo, Leon Costello, AD for Montana State, John Johnson, AD for Portland State, Ike Ukebi, one of WSU's 3 deputy ADs, Ann McCoy was also on the list, and she has been named as the WSU's interim athletic director.
Coming up, we will give you an update on the Pullman Downtown Project.
And we'll let you know about some campus events.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Well, a story we've been keeping an eye on for a while has some major updates. The downtown reconstruction project starts today. Our reporter Morgan White is in downtown to tell us what construction has been done and maybe what to expect on your way home if you're headed anywhere close to downtown.
I'm standing in front of Paradise Street. They just painted the lines for the two-way 10 minutes ago. Right now it's still being used as a one-way, but around 7:30 p.m. tonight, it should be shut down, including all of Main Street. Over by Bishop Boulevard, it's the semi-truck detour. So by then you should not be using the two-way street because it's too small for semi-trucks. Over by Roost, we're seeing wood chippings getting cleaned up. They just cut down all those trees, and you know, it's looking like it's gonna be a pretty quick project. They're working real fast and they're moving traffic as fast as they can. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, Dr. Chris Riley Tillman is the first finalist revealed for the position of WSU Provost. Riley Tillman is the Dean of the College of Education and Human Development at the University of Missouri. 3 finalists will be interviewed for WSU's top academic post this week, and their names will be continued to be revealed a day before they have presentations on campus. The Murrow Symposium is almost here. If you haven't registered, don't worry. You can still attend some events. If you head to the 2nd floor of the Cup on Wednesday at 8 a.m., organizers will help you get everything you need. Events start at 9 a.m. with the opening keynote breakfast and end Thursday with the closing keynote lunch at 12 p.m.
Moscow Mayor Betke announced that he plans to appoint Moscow Police Department Captain Anthony DeLinger as the next chief of police. The appointment will be made at the City Council meeting today. The new chief will take over May 1st following Chief Fry's retirement on April 30th.
The Latah and Clearwater County map will look a little different in the coming months. According to Yahoo News, Latah County surveyor John Ellsber will be working with the Idaho State Tax Commission on creating an updated map so people can clearly see where the new county line is. This comes after Idaho Governor Brad Little signed House Bill 646 last Thursday. The bill aims to alter the boundaries between Latah and Clearwater County and define the boundaries on Bonner, Kootenai, and Shoshone County.
The Women's Leadership Conference is hosting an event tomorrow at Best Western in Moscow, Idaho. It is open to any University of Idaho or Washington State students. The conference will begin at 7:30 in the morning and will end at 5:30 in the evening. The conference aims to celebrate everyone's differences, building common ground, and creating an empowered community of professional colleagues.
Tonight at 6, the Neal Public Library is hosting an interactive Eclipse 101 presentation. Astronomy educator Tony Smith will explain why eclipse happens and how to experience them safely. This presentation comes just 1 week before parts of the United States will get to see a total solar eclipse. While the total solar eclipse will not be able to be seen from Pullman, residents will be able to see a partial eclipse, and the eclipse glasses will be given out at the library event tonight. Well, with some warmer weather we're having today, Maggie, is it here to stay?
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Landon, but you might want to soak up that sunshine because it is not sticking around for very long. As you can see today, we do have a high of 60 and a low of 39. Pretty mild winds, as you can see. But let's head over to tomorrow. Tomorrow's when you're really going to see a lot of sun. We're hitting 70, which is the first time of 2024 that we're seeing weather above the 70-degree mark with a low of 45. Winds are a little bit stronger, but really not that bad at all. Sunset at 7:20. I love to see it. But as you can see across the state, we're not the only ones seeing some sun. Over in Seattle, Olympia are around the same temperatures as us. Again, sun, partial clouds, but mostly sun. But it's really Yakima and Tri-Cities that you really want to be because they're having 72, 72 across today, and they're even warmer tomorrow. As you can see, Spokane a little bit warmer than us, 63 and 60 for us in Pullman. But like I said, it's not sticking around. As you can see on the 5-day forecast, it is going to be rain and some mixed snow in there from Wednesday onwards. So if you want to hit that symposium, you will not be missing out on any sun those days. But it's back to you guys at the desk.
Well, next up, Gunnar will let you know what's happening in Cougar sports.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Hey, thanks for your patience. Thank you so much.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
The WSU women's basketball team just played in the Women's Basketball Invitational semifinal game, where they lost to the 4th-seeded Illinois 81-58. With this loss, the WSU Cougs will not be going to the WBIT championship game. The next question now will be whether Cammie Etheridge and the other players at WSU will be staying in Pullman. Washington State's next head basketball coach will not be associate head coach Jim Shaw. It was confirmed that players received a text message Friday saying that the program is moving in a different direction, away from the WSU assistant of 5 seasons. Washington State has made an offer to Montana State head coach Matt Lugie to be the successor to Kyle Smith. Lugie is reportedly undecided because Montana State has put an extension offer around the table of the same asking price. Washington State dropped the Boeing Apple Cup Series finale 11-5 to the Washington Huskies at Husky Ballpark Saturday afternoon. The Cougars won Thursday's opener, but the Huskies won the final 2 games to claim the series. The Cougars never seemed to have an answer in the finale, as WSU had a 4-run 4th inning, and that would set the tone for the remainder of the game. Despite the tough loss, Max Hartman had a pair of hits to go along with a pair of RBIs. Grant Taylor was also named National Pitcher of the Week by Perfect Game. The Cougars will head to Stanford for a 3-game series next weekend. In a match that went back and forth throughout 9 matches, Washington State's tennis comeback fell short in a tiebreaker as number 66, Oregon, held off the Cougars for a 4-3 victory in a Pac-12 match yesterday in the Student Tennis Center. With the loss, the Cougars fall to 10-6 on the season and 1-4 in conference play.
Coming up next, we're going to talk about April Fools and our favorite pranks.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Well, what are some of your guys' favorite April Fool's pranks?
I had one time, my sophomore year in high school, I got back from volleyball practice at 11 p.m. at night, and my brother had TP'd my entire room. So that was like super not awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty crazy. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.